me for children. So that's what
Wow.
I'm working on right now currently.
Wow, how exciting. I need to go back to when you were young because I'm very curious about these visions. And I assume, you know, a lot of people want or dream of having some sort of contact, you know, with God or spirituality. And I'm so curious, how did you experience it? Did you go out of your body, or did you see it, or did it happen in a dream? Like, if you can tell me.
This was this is going to be very difficult to explain how it happened. It was so long ago. It's sometimes it's in broken pieces. Sometimes it's just images that just pop up while like I clean my room, and I'll just see an image just come to my head. But sometimes it actually physically happens. For example, when I was 5.5 years old, I was in my room and suddenly I sort of blacked out. My physical body just turned, like, my eyes turned black because I don't have any uh, viewing of my physical eyes. So the last thing I remember is my body parting from above, and my for some reason my soul started lifting up higher and higher, and I started splitting into thousands of pieces, going to thousands of doors. Um, and meanwhile, it turns out that I was missing for 7, 8 hours, and my mom and dad, they called the police and the police dogs, and there were at least 12 to 15 men that were searching all the house and the property and the whole neighborhood. No one could find me,
Wow.
and it was in the newspaper, and it was a traumatic experience for my parents, but I didn't have any realization what happened. All I remember is my body being going into different doors for different experiences and lives. And after my whole experience, I don't know how, but I came into the hallway of my house, walking up to my mom, and I remember being so exhausted of all the lives that I've been living. And my mom is crying, and it was really an emotional experience. And from that point on, I think my whole family started seeing the world differently. And it was definitely a different chapter point of my life
Yeah.
that shaped who I am.
Wow, I really appreciate that story. I haven't read that anywhere. So thank you for telling that. And I just had an interview with Dr. Eben Alexander III, who is a neurosurgeon who had a near-death experience. And it's so amazing to hear those stories. And he came back with a lot of wisdom. And it seems like you are constantly kind of teaching other people about another realm. And so do you feel like it's a purpose that you have and that you've been told to do this, or that you feel that this is your purpose in life?
Yes, in a way it is, but also it is definitely a learning experience for me as a person. I know it is a mission for me to teach people and to show people, but it's also it's a better understanding of who I am and who we are as humankind, and what exactly the whole meaning of life really is and the purpose of it. And as far as I remember, through my experiences, I had this message come to me saying that through all my images and all the paintings that I have completed, there are puzzles and riddles in each one of them.
Wow.
That if a person understands all of them, they will understand the meaning of the life is. Even when I look back in my work, I am trying to decipher what the message really is. So it's definitely a challenge for me as a person, But I'm very glad that I have something that I could show to people to give them hope and inspiration.
Yeah, because that was one of my